Cheers. We are halfway through the month of October, October 15th, 2025 here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So, of course, we're in the garage working on the Stang bumper. So yesterday, I made the piece on the bottom, heated, I cut it. Mostly with a razor knife, I cut this plastic out so that I made a nice clean edge. And then heated it, and I formed it around the corner. And when I got ready to attach it to the tab, I ended up breaking the tab back off. Which is fine, I could put it back on, but I'm just about ready to attach it back together now. I had to trim off, so I scribed it, and now I'm going to trim this off to make it line up on the edge. It's been a slow process. There's no rush though. Most of the time spent is letting the glue dry. So I'll apply something and let it set for 12 hours, you know what I mean? So that's why this is dragging on, but it's really not a big rush to get it done. So I want to get these together. Looks like real close here. So what I did on the back side of this was I used duct tape. Let me just flip it up. I can show you what I did. So you can see the duct tape on the back, and I'll peel most of that off and do the same process, you know, but the duct tape was able to hold it in place while I was working on it, which made it a lot easier. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, is put a little duct tape on here to hold this next piece on when I'm installing it. I've been having good luck with this, putting it together. Everything seems to be going together pretty well. So, I spent a few hours on the van truck yesterday. What I did was I took the hinges out, tweaked them a little bit so that when it closes, the gasket and the glass are tighter together. I'm hoping that's going to help. I'm thinking it's just the hinges are stressed a little bit, needed to be tweaked a little bit, like I said, to make the glass pull a little bit tighter. It kind of just slides, that slide into a plastic, and you know, over time I guess stuff does. I found out that they're tempered steel too, because one of them cracked on me. Had to put a little tack on it, grind it off. But I think I don't know. If I have to silicone them shut, that's what I'll have to do. I mean, it's the one on the passenger side that leaks. Sticking this back together here. So I see I've got some, I've got a little forming to do down here still. But what I want to do is let it reattach. So I'll glue everything that looks like it's close enough, and then the rest I'll have to work on after it dries. Use my hot air gun to melt the plastic. You can tell as soon as you get to the right temperature, it almost looks like it turns liquid on the surface. And then it's just very pliable. And it takes a little while to get back hard again, so sometimes you have to, like glue, you have to hold it, you know what I mean, until it sets. You pulling out all the stops, duct tape, staples, heated, bars, I'll tell you, man, I'm pulling out all the stops to get this thing finished. But it's coming along. I got to admit, it's coming along better than I wondered if I could get it to look good. But what I'm seeing now is I'm going to be able to do it. So what I did was I overlaid all of the cracks with a layer. This all has to get sanded back. I use a 240. And like I say, I try to stay right only on the glue and not dig into any of the rubber to the outside. But I've been gluing all those cracks up on the surface out here. And it's all got to get body worked. So there's going to be a lot of sanding done on this. But before I can sand it, obviously I have to make sure that it's secured. So we're going to let that piece dry. This piece, as you can see, made the bend. I secured it all through here. That's all still got to get sanded out. It's a lot of sanding. So what I did, like I said, was to take the hinge apart, and I bent it a little bit in the vise so that when it closes, I could actually see that the gasket was squishing down a little bit more. But I may be going and getting some new gasket material to put. Just this side doesn't leak. This one's doing fine, and that one's leaking just in that where that over on the passenger side hinges. It's leaking right there. That's where the water's coming in. I could see it yesterday. So I don't know if I can get another piece of flat rubber to put around in there to glue down. We'll have to see. I'm going to be working on that on a warm day, sunny day. You know, I was just I'm just friggin' impressed the way that rear end looks now. You know, I hated the way the axle stuck out. If you would stand here, like the axle would stick out, you could actually bump your leg on it when you walked by. I tried to put the silver on it. I screwed it up twice.
Thanks for putting in there.
You going to work? Alright. Yeah, if you come home late, he'll be in the garage.
Hamburg today.
Alright. Have a good day. So I got to do babysitting again today. Dog sitting. But I'm just crazy about the way that rear end fits in there, man. I got to get some rims. I know, those rims are ugly. But just not having that axle, that big thing you can see here, sticking out. This kind of stuck out beyond the fender, and I didn't like that at all. So now I'm happy with that. I am really happy. And everything worked out except the drive shaft. I mean, if I was to have a professionally made drive shaft done for it, I could be driving it, but I can't drive it with the drive shaft that's in it. It kind of wobbles a little bit because the U-joints don't fit the yoke properly, so it's just kind of fixed up so I can move it around. But I don't know. I just can't get over it, man. I just fell in love with that look now. This truck is coming together. From what I started with, a crappy camper that I was just going to take the engine out of. And then I got the motivation to build this so far. And it's far from perfect, but I like it. And the only person I got to please is me, right? So what's going on here, Rusty Rhode Island, guys? I wiped the stang down, but I got all kinds of watermarks. It's like water spots everywhere. Gonna have to get out the Calgon. Give it a bath with some Calgon. Ancient Chinese secret, Calgon. See what's going on here, guys. Water softener. I'll just say one thing about Chad's show yesterday. One word. Disgusting. I sent Jolene an email because I told her I thought it was disgusting that she should have turned the camera off and never showed that on air. I don't care if he was late. You don't chastise your employees in public. That is totally wrong. They should have done it. They should have just turned the camera off and told them to go home. I don't know, man. Now from us to Rhode Island. See y'all, bad Chad, I guess.